Welcome back everybody to another episode on Plexiglass Mountains, and we got quite a few things planned for today's video. But first, let me quickly tell you guys about what we did on stream. Well, we set up this room. Yes, we now have a proper room for the mob drops, and all of the crates are completely filled up. Like all of them are filled up. So I'm now just sending items to trash because I still want to get gunpowder, because I'm using this over on the roof, and I got some of the other drops as well. But I guess if I have too many of drops, they can just get trashed. I guess we have an enchantment set up. We got some of our villagers, which this guy is already cured, and this guy has been cured once. We do also set up over here the curing villagers, or the converter, so we can cure some villagers. We're basically trashing any poppies that come out of the iron farm. And we got this guy who's also been cured, so he's giving us tons of emeralds, as you can see. 1 iron for 1 emerald. And we also have this guy over here, which is trading potatoes for some emeralds, so that's not too bad. And if you now pay close attention to my inventory, I have I got 3 items. I got a time in a bottle, which is really good and it has its uses, but not for now. But I do have an exchanging gadget and a destruction gadget. And let's just say I had some fun with these two, and there's no longer mountains here or there. I'm still finishing converting that stone into grass. Yeah, I got rid of the mountains here and the mountains here because I got some plans for that area in the future. Well, while we're discussing plans, why don't we just go and take a ride around the block, right? Yeah, I just made a plane and I've been having some fun just flying around, thinking of how am I gonna do the next things over here, and it's just incredibly fun to fly around. It's not as intuitive as you might think, but it is quite fun. It is not that hard to play with, even though when I first tried it on stream I crash landed like in 2 seconds. And of course, now for the perfect landing, which is definitely far from being perfect, but you can easily land this plane, you know. We just need a pretty flat area. It's one of the reasons why I flattened this area out, is because I plan on making an airfield and a train station and some docks. I'm gonna have so much fun with some of these mods. But of course, the main purpose of today's video will be to actually set up power with this guy. This guy is now completely filled with water and completely filled with fissile fuel. I just hooked up a sink over here, so it's a lot easier to have water into here. And now I do have also a tank here, which is basically being an output for this, so that this area all continues to work, because it filled up the tank and it just stopped working. And I guess we now have like a surplus of fissile fuel, which is really good, and you can have 8 million with the ultimate chemical tank. Now, to make the turbine, we're gonna have to be making like a lot of different types of things, and so why don't we just get started, because I believe that we will probably need to make some more steel, because this is very heavy on steel. As you can see, every single recipe requires you to have like a decent amount of steel. Okay, let's try and start with the most like easy blocks, which should be like the concentrator and the electromagnetic coils, because these I know exactly the amounts I want, and I want 9 of these, which means I need to make 9 energy tablets probably. Okay, no, I still need to do 7 energy tablets, which should be easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we can just dump these guys in and then pull. And we're out of gold? What? Never mind, now we got gold. And boom, 9 of these. And we also need 9 of these concentrators. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Now let's see how many turbine casings I can make. I'm gonna do as much as it's allowed, and apparently I can only go up to 60, which is, well, not really that much. I kind of need 2 turbine valves, and I will be needing a ton of vents, like a ton of vents. So I guess I'll have to try and do a lot more steel. Well, I guess while the other steel is making, I can start with the process. Now, I'm gonna start with, I think, a 5x5. From what I've seen, 5x5 is more than enough for the size I have, because this guy can actually hold a lot of stuff. And okay, now with the 5x5 base, I think you can go as much as 5 with the turbine rotors, which should be the next step for me. Yes, just like that. And this is actually gonna hold the turbine blades. So these guys, which I still need to make, but I guess I can go without them for now. And one thing you must have in mind is that the corners, just like that guy over there, the fissile tank, all need to be with casings. So you can do something like this, for example, and in the middle you can actually use structural glass. So if you just want to like do it like this, you can. It's perfectly fine, and you don't need to worry about anything. Now, I'm not so sure about the M part, because I'm pretty sure you can still put on 1 layer of structural glass like this, because this will take on top of it a rotational complex and some pressure dispersers. So then you only need to use turbine casings like right here, for example. If this doesn't work, then you probably have to lower it by 1 block. Okay, there we go. Now it's completely encased, and you do need to place in some valves. So I'm gonna put one over here, which is gonna be the steam input, and the other one will be over here, which will be the power output. So now the power will come out of that side, and then the steam from this guy will come out or come in here. Now if you go to the top, on the top of the rod, you want to put your rotational complex, and then you want to put the, and there we go. Now you have the pressure dispersers around. You want to place your electromagnetic coils also over here, and then on top of this you want your saturating condensers, just like so. Now you do have to raise this up even more, just like this, with of course casings, because this needs to be casings. And this is where you probably want to put your vents, because this will make it so the more vents you have, the more water you can get out of the steam. So I'm gonna try and put as much vents as I can in this. Probably also gonna place them over here at the top. I'm gonna make some more. Yeah, I'm gonna make some more so I can completely fill this in. And then you have to put the casings just like this. And then there's one thing missing on the inside, and that is the turbine blades. Now the turbine blades, if you have it 5 tall, then you need 10 blades. Like, you always need 2 blades for each turbine rotor. So the higher you make this, the more blades you'll need, and you need double the blades, because for each rotor you can put 1 and 2 blades, and you'll notice that they will progressively get bigger and 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 bigger. There we go. It is now decently big, as you can see, and the higher you make this, then the bigger the blades will be, because you'll make it larger, and the more power it will output. There we go. I have this line, you know, that I was not sure if you need to be casings. Well, it can be bent. So now this actually formed. Now the block is now completely made into a machine. Now we need to hook this up, and hopefully it will work. I really hope this will work. It has to work, or things are gonna explode. And then we hook up that to this one, and we also can just get the water out of there through some pipes, and I'm gonna link it up all the way with that guy over there. Now, this, in theory, if everything is set up correctly, works perfectly. What are you doing? Stop doing that. Don't do that. Why are you putting water into here? What? I don't know. Just trying to fill up with water. No. So in theory, if I do this, all the like water coming out of there, which I think I'm just gonna actually set up like this, like so. So it is pulling out water from here from all the vents into there. This in theory should keep this thing completely filled. Let's check. Okay. The heat is rising, but it seems to be constant. Okay, the water is draining. This guy is not pulling. Okay. That's not good. You're not pulling out anything, are you? Why? Yeah, it's releasing steam. Hold up. Let's break this real quick. So we don't get nothing going boom. Yeah, let's give this thing back its water, which is not fast enough, apparently. Uh-oh. This is like one of the best pipes we have. Oh, okay, no, it is fast enough. It is fast enough. Okay. That scared me a little bit. But why are we not getting the steam out? Aha, okay, I think we got it. I think we now have this thing sorted, and this should now all empty it out into here. Yes, perfect. So I have this thing with some nuclear waste. That's why it was actually not sending in the steam. But as you can see, plates are now slowly starting to rotate. That is very, very good. Now this guy is, yes, it's keeping up the water, because all the water from the steam turbine with all those vents, they're just getting pumped back into there. So now I can actually just get rid of this, and the water should always stay there. Perfect. As you can see, the temperature is stable. It's not like messing with nothing. I do need to do something with the nuclear waste, but we have a lot of space, so we can get that done like really, really quickly. And this thing will start to speed up and speed up and speed up the more steam it's inside of here. So right now it's slowly like steady coming in, and it is now having tons and tons of energy. So we need to get energy ready for that as well. And just one last check. Yes, everything seems to be perfect. This guy is still gaining fissile fuel, because I guess those machines are working pretty well, because this is not actually consuming that much fissile fuel. That's okay. Now I just need to deal with the nuclear waste and deal with power storage. Now we do also have the burn rate of our fissure reactor, and I think I want to tune it up to 1. So it's now burning 1 millibucket per tick. So the temperature is just gonna go up on its own. The water is steady. The fissile fuel is also steady. This thing should rotate even faster. Yes, because it's now gaining a whole lot more steam inside of it. The power should also be going a whole lot faster. And you can actually like control it from here, how fast you want this to burn stuff. I think this is making 4 millibuckets per tick. I am consuming 1 millibucket per tick, so we can go all the way up to 4 millibuckets per tick. So this thing will always be producing more, or the same, I should say, than this. We also have this backup in case something goes wrong. which is still gaining because this is not burning enough. So maybe we want to go up all the way to 4. I don't want nothing to explode though, so I gotta be really careful with this. Temperature is 443. The water should always be steady because we do have a lot of vents. You can see that thing is spinning a whole lot faster in there. So this is like the perfect rotation, but I'm gonna tune it down back to like 2 or something, just while I prepare like the nuclear waste, because I don't want this to go as higher as it can. And the same thing, yeah, as you can see, the power is really climbing, and I need to get this thing sorted, because if there's no way the power to go, this will stop running and this will overheat because the water will not be coming in to cool it. So we need to pay attention to the power. You need to store it ASAP, and if your storage of power gets full, then you need to start dumping energy so this guy doesn't actually like go boom. That said, this guy does have a backup with dumping excess, so I'm guessing he's dumping excess energy. So that seems cool, you know, at least we have that. So I guess this is safe-ish. Now with these double nuclear or radioactive waste barrels, I think we gotta pipe it out, right? Is it gas? Is this considered to be a gas? I'm not sure. It should be a liquid, right? Nope, it's a gas. There we go. Then you can start like filling in these guys over here. So now we have the nuclear waste. The nuclear waste is not, well, actually a waste, because you actually need it, believe it or not. Because if you check on the utilities of the nuclear waste, you can put it into a solar neutron activator and make polonium. And polonium is used to make polonium pellets, and polonium pellets is used to make it a fusion reactor, and of course our good old and trusty mecha suit. Yes, so now that we have this, we can start to look into making the mecha suit. And now for the next part of this episode, this room is gonna get a decent makeover. And why do I say that? I say that because on stream we discovered this little guy right here, a mining portal. And if I right click this, it's gonna take me to a mining dimension. And I explored it a little bit just to see how it was. Well, it's basically just stone and ores. And this is a flat world, as you guys can see. And why is this an amazing place? Well, because digital miner. Exactly. We have the digital miner over here, which means we can hook it up to our system back in the base just by using some tesseracts or the quantum, I'm just gonna call them quantums. The quantums, yes, the quantum porters, whatever. We can use this guy to mine over here, send the resources back to our base, process the things in our base, and then just immediately store all those things. So I even have this tesseract, which is actually connected now to our turbine up in the top. So this guy is receive only, so I guess this guy is now completely and fully operational. I just need storage for him, which I'm guessing I'm just gonna use another tesseract here to send the items over to my base. The only thing I need to pay attention is I think I need to chunk, like actually get, like for example, these chunks, and I need to like force load these chunks so they are chunk loaded. I think, I'm not sure, I kind of want to do it like this. So hopefully I have enough. I don't have enough. I only have 25 force loaded. It's okay. I guess we can take all the corners. Yes, I guess we can take all the corners. And we can have like this sort of 5x5. And then we can configure it, make it output into our base. And then whenever it finishes with the resources here, we move them. we do the same thing again, we move it, we do the same thing again, we move it, we do the same thing again, because we're basically only interested in the ores. So that's what we have to set up this guy to do. And the setup will be something like this. Of course, we'll replace this crate with probably a tesseract or a quantum porter, just so we can have the items coming into all of these drawers. I'm not sure if this is enough or if this is enough. Maybe it is. I also need to make a control sleeve here and another one here, so it actually like does this corner. That's pretty easy. And the items will come in here. I'm just outputting everything it can be put through the system into here, so we can actually then later sort all of the rest of these items. And for now, we're getting quite a decent amount of stuff, and then I'm gonna go ahead and like start locking some of these drawers so that they will always have the information of these ingots. Oh, yep. Okay. Well, that didn't go according to plan. Apparently, this guy blew up. Yes. I can even then later go on and show you guys the area, but this guy blew up, so we're now in the backup of the world, and you can see this guy's not fully set up. I still need to put some vents over there. So I need to find out what exactly happened to this guy and what can I do to not make this thing happen again. So I guess we can go and try and have a look to the other world. I think I can set myself to creative there, and then you can check on what exactly happened there, because that place is completely radioactive now. It's like I was all the way in the middle of that forest and I was still taking radioactive damage. So let's see how that world is right now, because I'm guessing this guy stopped giving water and that's what caused it. Like, that's my guess. Yep, as you can see, it is causing quite a hell of a destruction around here. And was it the water? Oh, I can't quite tell right now because everything is destroyed. It's one of the reasons why I made it up here, just in case something like this happened. Well, as you can see, I mean, it barely destroyed this. Yeah, it barely hit this. Okay, oh wait, that's not it, it's this. Oh wait. Yeah, there you go. So this thing still has a lot of steam, but I had it on dumping excess, but it got full. Oh, okay, yeah, I see what happened. It's dumping excess steam, it's not dumping excess energy. Okay, so that's what happened. Yeah, I told you, I told you guys. This thing reached its maximum and it stopped like working. It just stops working. So the water was not coming out to cool off the reactor, and boom, there you go. So we need to come up with a plan so that this thing won't happen again. Luckily we didn't lose that much. We just got a small rollback, like a 30-40 minute rollback. So we just need to finish this guy up and be like way more careful, because as you can see, everything is very bad right now. Well, it should now all be fixed. I hooked this thing up to a trash can, an energy trash can, which is deleting unlimited energy. I also want some energy to come through the Tesseracts to some of my machines. So whenever I actually turn this on, which it isn't right now it is actually off. I shut it off so we don't have to deal with it right now. This will also be powering my machines, and the excess will be dumped into the trash can. So for now, this should be safe. Now, taking a look over here, I got this map from a villager, and this is apparently from an underground bastion. This is a level 2 map, yeah, but doesn't matter. But I don't know what an underground bastion is, so I kind of want to find out. And I've reached this, and it's a little bit further away than I would hoped from my base, which is over here. But we do have /home, so that's quite all right. So let's try and find this. I found something. This is... Oh, bastions and evil bones. Enter an underground bastion. What is an underground bastion? Where am I? What is this? Oh. Oh. What is that? There's a lot of mobs. My inventory is quite filled with trash. Why did I toss that? I want that. So let's see if there's anything good. I'm really not sure, but I'll give it a go. Okay, I've been taking a look around, and this just basically seems like a regular bastion from the Nether, but just with some changes, like some bones, and apparently these guys love redstone. There's like a bunch of redstone at the bottom. I have not been there yet, like fully, because of the amount of skeletons, which is really annoying. Because if this was like a zombie thing, that would be much better. But yeah, you can take a look, and there's like a lot of redstone blocks plus a couple of chests. I've also have seen 1 or 2 chests, and they do have interesting loot, different than what I've seen so far in other chests. So I don't know, maybe I can just get all these guys to fight each other, and they don't get to fight me, because there's spawners here. Oh wait, I can sit here. I just want the redstone blocks, really. And yeah, it's okay, nothing amazing, at least on this one, and nothing particularly amazing over on this one either. I guess I'll take the obsidian, because that's always helpful. But the diamonds I don't really need. Iron block also I don't need. The arrows, yeah, I don't need nothing of this. Yeah, I guess I could break these guys, and I broke it with the wrong tool. Oh no, I gotta break it with this. So I get the egg. Did I get the egg? No, it's right there. Let me grab the egg. Let me grab the egg. Okay, I think I got it. Right? I got it. Yes, I got the spawner and the egg. So yeah, besides that, I don't think there's that much to this underground bastion. So if you were to kill every single mob in here, this would make a cool base. Well guys, it's with my head full of arrows and I'm gonna end today's episode. Yes, because sadly this guy exploded, so we couldn't like progress a little bit further, and I just realized that in order to make the best storage for energy, I kind of need to make some boilers, like some proper boilers, not just a small one I have down at the base. So I guess that's the next step, is figuring out how I'm gonna get this guy to not stop working, because I need massive amount of storage for energy. And then I actually need to set up my digital miner over on the mining dimension, because I ran out of uranium, and this is like my last uranium, so I desperately need to get this thing up and running as fast as I can, like so I can have this thing stocked. Fluorite, I'm doing pretty good, because this basically doesn't use any fluorite, so I'm good there. So with all that said, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't, and see ya in the next one. Bye.